What's up, you guys? SlimXTeamSymmetry here at YCS Austin with my boy Welch, top 32, running Mermail Atlanteans, here with Asian Persuasion and Kiko25X. We're just getting your profile, dude. Top 32, proud of you, my boy from my locals. Bamm's Collectibles will miss you, but he brought it home for the team. You already know. So let's get in the profile, man.
Okay, so the deck, Mono Mermail, just going through here. I ran one lead. I think it's a staple.
It's big.
It's big, yeah. Lindy crashing makes him, he can just get over a lot of boss monsters. I only ran one infantry. I tested two for a long time, maybe a month, and I found just opening two infantry was just terrible. It didn't seem like it was really good. I don't really want to draw this card as much, so maybe about a week ago I cut this card, and it's been drawing it consistently ever since. Two Gundy.
Card's
I run
great.
two Gundy, so yeah, that's I guess the standard number.
Yeah.
Triple Lindy.
Yep. Standard.
Right. Triple Pike. This card's really good, especially in the mirror match. Being able to make Dweller as early as possible makes this card really good. I ran Triple Teus, again standard. This card's just amazing with Dragoons. Triple Megalo,
Yeah,
the boss monster, the OTK card, the best card in the deck.
The money card.
The money card. Triple Diva. This card is again with Megalo.
Ooh.
Of course. This card is so good. You have to run three. I see people running two. I just don't get it. I love having this one or two or three in my hand. No matter what, I love having that card. Triple Marksman complements the Triple Diva, complements all my. It's a good discard outlet, and it crunches games 2 and 3. These are the guys that get me my wins. Marksman puts in the most amount of work. Diva Marksman, when everybody decides in D-Fisher, Banisher, these are the cards that win me the games. Triple Dragoons lets me search my entire deck almost. It's my main combo piece. Overall, great card.
Card's amazing.
As far as that's the monsters. So 25 monsters. Same as Billy Break's last.
From Miami.
From Miami, right. Same monster lineup. I feel like it was just the best monster lineup to go with. The spells, standard spells, one Dark Hole, obviously, Pot of Avarice, Monster Born, Heavy Storm, and Triple Typhoon. There's nothing else I wanted to add in. Salvage was okay, I tested it for a little bit, but it was just too dead, so these are the spells I decided to go with. It's pretty standard. Now for the traps, I ran one Abyss Squall.
One Squall instead of two.
Instead of two, yeah, I just don't like opening this card. I search it a lot, and when I do open it, it's pretty cool to mask it when they don't expect it, but drawing two is just terrible early game, and it makes my hands inconsistent, so I felt for the best consistency, one was the right number. I ran one Torrential Tribute.
Only one?
Only one. I wanted to keep the deck 40. I felt like this card is really good early game, and it's really good late game, but in those mid-match, I say like when I have an established field, this card's just not as good, and I didn't really want to draw two of them, so I felt one was a good number. And I ran Double Fiendish Chain.
Ooh, that's interesting in the main deck.
This card is probably one of the best additions to the deck I've made when in testing, because it's really good against every single deck. There's not a single deck that I wouldn't at least side this in against if I were siding it. So I decided to main it. Against the mirror match, it's just when they go Megalo, discard Marksman, you can just stop the play. Same with Teus, and against windups, destroys windups. Against Dino Rabbit, this puts in a lot of work because of Dolka, Lagia, this just overall, a lot of people don't expect it. And there's an argument, people say, why run Fiendish Chain? Because it just, it's going to get hit by MST. They hold their MSTs. They don't, MST face downs against the Mermail matchup. Well, I figure it's actually good for them to MST my chain. So that way my spheres will resolve, right? And that way my engine in my deck that gets my deck going is usually Sphere. So I feel like, if I can bait out that MST with Fiendish Chain, then my spheres will be able to clutch the game for me.
Awesome.
One Judgment. I ran one Solemn Judgment. Of course, it's a good card. I wouldn't cut it, but I do side it out a lot. Again, the mirror against Fire Fist. Sometimes it just.
Game one, it's like a clutch.
Game one, it can be really good. Yeah. And last but not least, Triple Sphere. Yeah, that's pretty standard. So.
All right, so that's the main deck. Side and extra.
Deck. So going to the side deck. Start off. I sided. Let's see here. Two Maxis. These are for the mirror match, specifically. I don't side them in against anything else because pretty much everything else sides in Dimensional Fisher. So these are pretty good, pretty game-wrecking, and I actually lost to these in top 32, so you'll know. Double Deck Dev. Again, these are for the mirror match specifically, but these can be pretty clutch against wind-up as well.
Yeah.
And they complement the 3 Mind Crush that I play. 3 Mind Crush. This card is just
3 super Mind Crush.
I know, one's common. One's
Oh, never mind, no.
Don't look at that one.
Don't look at that one.
2 super.
I couldn't get the third one. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
So yeah, these are just really good against the mirror match. These are going to be like real, just clutch against some decks like Wind Up. I decided maybe 2 against Wind Up with the deck devs because Factory, you know, you just knowing your opponent's hand. This card letting you know your opponent's hand and being able to play around your opponent's hand will win you the game in most cases. Yeah. So when that card resolves correctly, you're going to.
And the combo's deadly.
And the combo with deck dev is just nuts. I've won quite a few games with these combos. Awesome. So that's what I normally side against the mirror match. Then I side the rest of these cards. Triple Dust. I side Triple Dust Tornado.
Fire Fist, Big Macro decks.
Dino Rabbit.
Heroes,
pretty much everything.
whatever,
Pretty much everything that's not mirror match. Everything's going to side in Dimensional Fissure, a lot of traps. So this card just puts in a lot of work. I want to draw. Yeah, this is the card that wins a lot of games because. You know, especially against Dino Rabbit, getting rid of macro or forcing a Lagia to negate a Dust Tornado is crucial. You know, so that can be really good. I ran 2 Soul Takers. This is for like Banisher, Thunder King, or opposing Gaios, problem monsters, pretty standard. And 1 Snowman Eater. I only ran 1 because it's searchable, and it's pretty cool when you can get it with Pike, and then instead of Lindy, and you have you know, you
the
can
mind game.
It's mind games, right? Yeah, and people don't really expect it when they set it. Sometimes they won't attack it because they think it's a Lindy.
Yeah.
So there's all kinds of cool. But I don't like running more than 1. I didn't really have the space, and I felt like 1 with the 2 Soul Takers would be enough.
Plenty of stuff, yeah.
And the last 2 cards are Messenger of Peace.
That card is...
And I'm sure you guys have seen...
It's the downfall of
this card. This card shuts
Stays
down
on the field
Fire
forever.
Fist, Rabbit, especially Rabbit. A lot of players are only running 2 MST in Rabbit right now, so they have very few outs to this card once it's already active. So there's a lot of games where I just stall out 10 turns with this thing and just let me draw out of my plays. So
crazy.
This card was really clutch. I was actually thinking about bumping up to 3 just to open it, but I mean 2 worked out really well for me.
Fine. Hey, you topped, man. It's good.
So that's the side deck.
Okay, just extra
mainly
deck real quick.
mainly the side deck was for mirror match and anti-me, so it's counting side decks. Now for the extra deck, simple,
for the two,
I don't run Daigosto Phoenix. I think this is just fine. I only need 1. Zen Mains. This card gets rid of Macrocosmos, Dimensional Fissure, Problem Monsters. This card just
stuff
really
that's in your way.
Leviathan. I notice a lot of people cutting this, and I don't get why. I make this guy with Marksman so much. This guy is almost like a win condition sometimes, just because he can just in a simplified game state. This card can just completely dominate and win you the game because of Marksman and just being able to those combos. So that's the reason why I decided to keep him in. I added in Bahamut Shark and Abyss This combo right here, this is one of the best combos in this deck.
2,800 defense. It's crazy.
This lets me establish a really big field. I have a big beater with a good effect, and 2,600 gets over a lot of good monsters, right? And the 2,800 defense lets me wall up with these 2. Basically, when someone's staring down these 2, it's really hard for them to play out of it. And when they waste their resources on this, I can just follow up with a Gaios or some sort of diva play. So this is really good for baiting removal. I like that. I ran the 1 Dweller, really amazing in the mirror match. I make this against a lot of decks, even if I don't, even if they don't have
get the search off Dragoons.
Right. Search Dragoons, boost all my guys by 500 and let me OTK. This and Megalo that can attack twice.